one of the things that I realized that the events themselves drive the film, you know, and as it becomes, as I begin in my own kind of deliberate way to try to solve this thing, that I find that in the course of doing that, I'm led down this road and that road, and I think that in some sense, just the energy of that is enough to keep an actor going and moving.
The detective gets really involved emotionally in
Yeah.
everything the case.
Yeah.
Would you say he's obsessed and he gives up his life to solve this case or help?
Well, I think there's an added level of obsession. There are probably two levels of obsession. The fact that I believe that it's one person and start out in one direction, and then there's a level of obsession with that. And then there's another level of obsession that goes along with the fact that I lose my partner. And the guilt surrounding that is something that's really powerful.
For me, the film is like a very intelligent thriller in which the serial killer is too intelligent to be truth and at the same time very cruel. But it's very scary. I would like to know if all these elements attracted you about the project.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was. I saw the young filmmakers. Very short, a few minutes of about 10 minutes, and then I was really excited about where he was going to take this after. Yeah.
How important is it for you to keep your career versatile?
Well, I don't look at. I try to find good work, you know, and sometimes there's an opportunity like this that comes up that allows me to kind of do something different. It's something quite different than I've ever done before. Yeah.
When it comes to your films, which film do you consider a turning point and why, if any?
Well, I think on the one hand, Places in the Heart really was the first major feature that I was casted in, and the first lead role, of course, that opened my career up to various patterns and various different kind of opportunities. And then certainly the next one was Lethal Weapon, which essentially provided me an opportunity to have some sort of control over deciding what I wanted to do.
I think that you started acting very young in San Francisco. Is that right?
Not relatively late. It depends upon what do you consider to be young. but you know, around 28, 29, 30 years old is when I began to kind of like really focus on acting as a career.
How do you jump from comedy to drama to thrillers to?
I think there's something that's very key to in character development, deciding what you're going to do, to keep it as simple as possible, one. And the fact that there's not a very large variance between comedy and thriller and action and all that, you know, and so I find myself maybe working differently, but not too differently in those three different genres.